How gay must you be to not want to leave a mark on earth? Think about that mindset. You have a finite number of human years who are going to die. That is guaranteed. There are people who want to die and leave no mark. They may not have kids at all. If they do have kids, they want them to be individuals who come up with their own ideas and listen to the TV and YouTube and chuck their dicks off and listen to the school and their little homo. They don't want to leave a carbon footprint. No, I just want to die, and I don't want to be on the internet or on Wikipedia. I want to be insignificant, nobody remember me, and my sons don't even represent me, and all my ideals and everything I've represented is just gone. I'm one of those people who is born and vanishes and is never discussed again. Are you ___ gay? Your primary objective as a man should be during this lifetime to leave a mark that will be discussed. That's your goal, right? Your goal is to be such a fantastic version of human that everybody talks about your upbringing, everybody talks about your parents, everybody talks about your lineage, is to make children in your image. So when your children are fantastic, they then discuss their upbringing, meaning they discuss you by proxy, your views, your ideals to be propagated into the future. Isn't that the exact point of being alive? What else is the point of being alive? They have emptied your heart and emptied your spirit and emptied your soul of all the things you used to know you wanted. The innate masculine desires have been replaced by garbage. All you've ever wanted is a woman who obeys you, who won't cheat, who will be loyal, who is desperate to give you sons. That's all you've ever wanted. And now feminism's convinced women that they shouldn't want that. And even worse, it's convinced you're a bad person for wanting it. Oh, I'm a real man and I'm secure. So I don't want my woman to be loyal to me and just give me loads of kids. I want her to, follow her dreams at that party in Tulum. Are you gay? What else are we alive for? What's the point in all of this if it's not to leave a positive mark in the world? And what's the point in having children if they're not all going to replicate you? Which means you have a duty to your kids to be as fantastic as possible. I can only hope my children are as good as I am, let alone better. Do you understand how important it is for humanity as a whole that there are 10 Andrew takes in the future? Do you understand how important that is? I have a duty to them to flawlessly perform. People say to me, Andrew, you should shut up. They're going to put you in jail. If I shut up, I may not go to jail. But then I do not get to propagate my ideals. I do not get to show bravery to my offspring. I do not get to leave a mark on humanity. You think I'm afraid of a jail cell? I'm afraid of eternal insignificance, which is fostered from cowardice, because that is the life most of you men are living. You are too cowardly to do the difficult things which must be done to garner respect from allies and enemies alike, and you are going to be forgotten. You are never going to be remembered. Your sons will never wake up every day thinking, I have to be as good as dad. I have to try harder. Your kids will wake up and they'll go to school and they'll learn about homo. It's unbelievable. The human spirit is actually quite an easy thing to satisfy, especially in the masculine one. You want to be respected, especially by the people close to you. You want to work hard. You want to make money. You want to have a woman who's obsessed with you. You want to have children who respect you. You want to provide for all of them. You want to be feared by your opponents. You want to be respected by your allies. That's it. We live in this technological age where we can do more things than we could ever do before. You can go to more places. You can do more activities. You can play video games. You can enter the metaverse. You can go inside the matrix and put the goggles on. You can jerk off. You can do all this dumb ____. But your soul feels empty. And the reason it feels empty is because the things you actually want, you can no longer find. Feminism has convinced women that they shouldn't respect men. Even worse, it's convinced you shouldn't find a woman who respects you. You think you're a bad man if you don't let your girlfriend go and suck men off in Tulum. You think that makes you insecure if you don't let her go party every weekend. When you stand up and say, I'm a man and my woman's gonna love me and respect me and I'm gonna protect and provide for her and I will be obeyed because this is my household and this is the tape name and this is my creed, you're labeled misogynistic. Even worse, if you're successful enough, they'll do what they did to me. They'll label you a terrorist. At the same time, this is juxtaposed with immigrants and psychos running the streets with blades, murdering at will, when masculinity is more needed than ever before to protect families and protect society. They're decimating it in real time via the slave mechanisms, all with the goal of emptying out the cups. You are a glass and they're trying to empty you out. Get rid of every single drop of water so they can fill you with poison instead. You have to be empty before you're filled up. Think about the things that even make you smile nowadays. Is it a woman telling you that she couldn't leave you? Does that happen to you ever? No. Does she even listen to you? No. Do your children look at you like a superhero? Do people fear you? What makes you happy? Video games, sports teams, going to a concert? What if you make enough money on crypto to buy a Lambo and then underscore? Does that make you happy? Are you a man now? It's all underscore gay. This is why I quit drinking. People often ask me, Andrew, why'd you quit drinking? Because I had things to do now. When I was younger, the world was a very different place. 10, 15 years ago, the entire world was different than it is now. I don't feel like I've gotten older. I feel like the world has actually genuinely changed. And now we're in an age where the oncoming enslavement is so palatable. You can feel it, you can smell it, you can touch it. All you can possibly be doing is preparing for war. I'm a billionaire to do anything. I spend most of my day training, making money, and educating my son on how difficult their life's gonna be. You have a lot less money and resource and capability and fame and knowledge and intellect than me. What are you doing with your time? What are you doing with your time? Be honest. Going to the bar? Whoa! A girl. If a girl isn't giving you children, you don't need to talk to her. She's to give you offspring and to respect you and love you. That's what you need her for. And if she ain't doing those things, you don't need her at all. You're always gonna feel empty until you just admit what you really want. And the beauty of it is, you can't believe that these things are owed to you because they're not. The beauty about it is, these things must be earned. People say women are ruined and feminism's destroy them. It's true. Women are ruined to the point that their standards are now much higher. You can get a woman who will dedicate her life to you and trust you completely, but you have to be that guy. The difficulty has been turned up. The winners will get higher scores than ever before. The losers will be decimated in real time. The Western world is collapsing, slavery is coming for everybody, and you need to at least be perspicacious enough to see all this coming and inevitable enough to work endlessly to do your best to resist. And your primary objective should be to have enough sons who will go into history and become fantastic enough for them to discuss who their father was. The most common question I get asked by men is, why am I unhappy? And the answer isn't an answer they like. And I'm gonna tell you all one more time. Why do you feel empty and unhappy inside? It's because you deserve it. It's because you're a loser. It's because you haven't tried hard enough. Because you're not significant enough. Because that hole in your heart will never be filled by the garbage and asinine dilisananis you're doing with your life because nobody respects you and women don't pine after you. You haven't achieved enough. Your name isn't respected. You're a nobody. If I was you, I'd be unhappy too. And you deserve that unhappiness. That unhappiness should be endless fire and motivation for you to do whatever it takes to get ahead. If I'm outworking you and I'm already at the top of the mountain, how do you expect to ever get up here? And if you ever want to feel truly content in your heart, if you ever want to look in the mirror and understand no matter what they do to me, if they put me in jail, if they attack me online, if they lie about me, if the BBC prints, if they take my money, no matter what they do to me, I'm still that guy, is only going to be achieved via hard work. First of all, I want you to understand that when you're saying to yourself that you want to really go the extra mile and you want to do what has to be done, you're asking for trouble. In the business world, they actually pay you more money as you move up the ladder with more responsibility. What they're paying you for is your ability to manage pressure and struggles. To him whom much is given, Much is required. So when you say, I can't take this, I can't handle this, you are saying, I don't want to go any higher, because moving forward and moving up means more problems. The problems that you're dealing with right now may be the fact that you're in training. See, stress is God's way of training you. Nobody likes stress, but in order to develop, stress is necessary. If you don't let it destroy you, if you just master the situation and learn how to manage the stress on the next level, then doors swing open. See, you want to be successful. Well, then you got to prove yourself. You got to push through the dirt. So when you're under stress, take the stress for what it is. When you can stand on a level of life where you're dealing with opposition and take a licking and keep on ticking, doors just start opening up for you to go to the next level. I want you to understand something, that when God begins to move you along in life, it's not an elevator. It's a step-by-step process. Because if you take the elevator and you get it too fast, you can't handle it. You can't handle the pressure and the problems and the opposition. And so God has designed it that you would move along in steps. Are you hearing what I'm saying to you? There's another step waiting for you. There's another dimension of life, another dimension of conflict. And if you don't break, and if you don't quit, if you can neutralize controversy and learn how to take a lick and keep on ticking, then God has ordered steps for you. Your eyes have not seen, your ears have not heard the things that God has in store for you. And all you have to do is stop complaining about where you are. Stop murmuring and complaining and say, I thank you for this conflict. I thank you for this controversy. I thank you for this opposition. Order my steps, Lord. I trust you. You wouldn't lead me into this position if you had not equipped me with everything I need for where I am right now. Don't be afraid. Don't be intimidated. Don't break. Don't collapse. All you have to do is take another step. You got to go, man. You have to go. When you have these ideas of greatness, you got to go forward. Just go jump. Take a chance. It was Whitney Young. He said, it's better to be prepared for an opportunity and not have one than to have an opportunity and not be prepared. I'm telling you, success doesn't want to hang around an incompetent person. That's the problem with winning the lottery, and now the fortune is bigger than the person rather than the person being bigger than the fortune. And the only way you can keep up that process is by personal development, by becoming better than you are, stronger than you are, wiser than you are. To be involved in a situation that makes you grow. If that situation is failure, keep growing until you're bigger than the problem. To start working and developing yourself now and prepare yourself for what it is that you want, because you expect to get it. You want to be persistent about what it is that you want to achieve. And don't give up on yourself. Many people give up on the 1-yard line. You were created to be uncommon, to do what others aren't willing to do. Everyone at work may be complaining. That's common. But that's not you. People around you may have a small vision. That's common, but that's not you. Don't let society squeeze you into its mold. Stand out in the crowd. Don't sink down to their level. Set a new standard. You must be willing to do the things today others won't do in order to have the things tomorrow others won't have. Do not go where the path may lead, but go where there's no path and leave